Evening, Sir Pancho, and I'm here to discuss about the aircraft propeller and unducted fans. The aircraft propeller itself is a special type of component and a vital part of the aircraft power plant. So the aircraft is produced by a power plant that is complete installation of the engine and the machine itself, and it produces by thrust. We're going to start in the history of propeller. And it all started with these guys that Wilbur and Orville Wright. So they first solved the problem with the kites, and the second in the gliders, and third and final problem, and they solved it in 1902. They were ready in the power flight by this Wilbur and Orville Wright brothers. For the Wright brothers, it was their great breakthrough in the aviation world and history of aviation. On December 17, 1903, something happened in the civilization of aviation and civilization to the world. It was all started in Kittiwake, North Carolina. But first, before they fly the plane, it was decided they toss the coin who's going to fly the plane, and it was Wilbur Wright. Wilbur Wright took off just 59 seconds in approximately 1 minute at around 853 feet. The flyer had wings more than 40 feet 12 meters long. They were made of wooden frames covered with cotton. The 12 horsepower engine had 4 cylinders itself. Not only the Wright brothers made the plane, but also the propeller itself. So they designed the propeller and searched for suitable and primable engine. The gasoline engine was designed by Charles Taylor and has four inline, and the engine itself was driven by 2.5-foot wooden propeller through chain developed between 12 and 16 horsepower, 1090 RPM, and this was weighted by 179 pounds. So here goes. We will discuss about the airfoil section of the propeller. So the airfoil itself, it produces drag and lift. So mostly example ng airfoil ay yung rudder, yung elevator, that's what you call vertical and horizontal stabilizer, the propeller itself, and the wings. Ito yung propeller. So ito yung leading edge, ito yung trailing edge ng propeller. Ito yung propeller hub kung saan ina-handle niya yung propeller para hindi matanggal during flight. So ito yung blade face, ito yung blade back niya. So ituturo naman kung saan yung angle ng blade. So kapag iniwa siya, ito yung chord line ba to? So dito yung iwain niya. So pag ganun siya there, ito yung angle. So yun. Here's the angle. So hindi ko talaga pwede masuot because it is for the project for Ma'am Clarice. The parts of propeller are the tip itself, the leading edge mismo, and the trailing edge in the root. In the root, it is the rounded portion, and the blade station is this. It measures by inches, by angle in inches. So, and the propeller hub is this in the middle section of a propeller and adjacent to the blades of the propeller. Next is the configuration of propellers. Pusher type propeller. It is mounted on the rear end in the engine of the airplane. Example is the Piaggio Avanti 180 model. Next is the tractor type. The tractor type is mounted at the front end of the engine like Cessna 172 and Cessna 172, Cessna 152. And the last is rotating propeller, wherein the propeller rotates in different direction and two propellers in one engine are arranged one behind other, like Ripslinger, like the P-51 Mustang. So in a blade, in a propeller, it was just like an electric fan. It was used in a rotation by thrust. If it goes fast, it's great. If the movement of the propeller and the blades itself, it creates more thrust and bites more air. Go to the types of propeller itself. So the first is the fixed. Example, this. It was made of wood. It was used on the light aircrafts like Cessna, etc., and Pilatus. So one piece, it was equals two blades. It is fit for reciprocating engine only. It was used by light aircrafts only. So the advantages of this fixed propeller is it is simple in design. It is easy to maintain. It was durable and weather resistance, low drag, and lightweight. For the disadvantages, like what I said a while ago, it was only used and exclusive for low powered engines only, and it was limited in service. Sorry. So the second one is the ground adjustable propeller. It is only adjusted only in the ground while the engines are turned off and was not operating. The ground adjustable was moved on a split hub in the middle of in the hub itself. It was moving only in the ground. So another one is a controllable pitch. Now the pitch can be changed during the engine operation. It was moved by mechanical and hydraulical and electrical. So another one is the auto pitch. It was called by aeromatic itself, and it was not controlled by pilots. And it was changes angle. It is only required to respond in the speed and the throttle in operational forces. It was automatically maintained and relatively constant in RPM. Another one is constant speed propeller. It utilizes hydraulically or electrically operated pitch changing mechanism by using of governor that controls the constant speed system of the aircraft. So it was adjusted by the captain or a pilot itself with propeller according to its revolutions per minute in the cockpit. It was set in the cockpit. Or he or she must select the speed desired. What he wants, what she wants. Then up next is feathering constant speed propeller. So in my opinion dun sa feathering constant speed propeller, sa Atlantic Southeast Airlines Flight 2311, dun nagka-defect ang feathering ng propeller kaya siya bumagsak sa America, killing all on board. So it has mechanism for changing the pitch to an angle such that forward motion produce no windmilling. So ginagawa lang yan yung pag-feather ng propeller during engine failure. So the last one is the reversible pitch propeller. So it was used in the C-130 ng giant aircraft na yung ginagamit yung like A400M, C-130. If they touch down sa runway, nagre-reverse po, umatras po sila, they reverse backward, move backward. and the pitch of the angle of the propeller is reversing too. So the movement of the C-130 going backward. The last one is the materials of the propeller, like this wood. The disadvantages are it was used by low power engine like Cessna, Pilatus, etc., etc., and this vulnerability to break. Kaya example, kaya nagkakaroon dito ng konting sira sa propeller. So the perfect advantage of the wooden propeller is light weight, low cost, simple in design, and easy to manufacture. So excluding that, we're going to the metal and aluminum alloy. The advantages of the metal and aluminum alloy is durability, weather resistance, cost effective, easy to maintain, and it was used by low and high powered engine like ATR Union. Like what I said ago, to compare with wood and metal, for wood it was used by low powered engine only, but for metal it was now used for low and high powered power plants already. For the disadvantages, it was high cost and high demand for it needs more money for and funds, and it was subjected to vulnerability of corrosion. And so the last one for the topic and the subject itself is composite materials. Ito na yung mostly na ginagamit natin sa mga aeroplano ngayon. Ngayong century na to. So the advantages were lightweight, katulad ng wooden propeller. It was great efficiency of materials, and long life, cost effective, weather resistance, and eligible use for low and high powered engine. But for the disadvantages, sorry to say, it was high demand cost and high maintenance. So dito na tayo magtatapos. So thank you guys, good evening. Halos konting kaba lang po dito kasi yun lang, kasi may kasama na po ako dyan, natutulog na po, ayoko po siya may istorbo. And shout out po kay Sir Padjo and kay Ma'am Clarice Mayor, ang aking propeller instructors, at sa mga kaklase ko sa BSAMT 1B. Good luck sa atin guys, and stay safe and God bless.